Hello, my name is Seth. Thanks for watching my videos on YouTube at How I Think. This is a second video in a series of OSPF videos that I am doing. In my previous video, I showed you how to configure a very basic OSPF in an area 0, the default area or the backbone area. And in this video, we're going to go ahead and set up a multi-area OSPF. And what this is going to entail is area border router, ABRs. So we have quite a few of them. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So right now nothing is configured in this area. So we'll go ahead and configure all of these routers with their respective IP addresses and then enable OSPF and see what type of routes we get in this multi-area. Okay, I have all the routers open right now, so we'll go ahead and get into router 1 first of all. Okay, so we're in router 1. We're going to go ahead and configure the loopback address, and then on interface FA01 we'll configure the 1010 IP address. Config T, interface 0, IP address 1.1.1.1. Oops. Okay. Interface FA0/1, no shut, IP address 10.10.10.1. So, okay. Now we'll go ahead and add this to area 1. So we can say IP, because I'm already in the interface, we can say IP OSPF 1 area 1. We'll go ahead and end this. Now I'll go ahead and get into interface FA0, FA0/0. We'll type in the IP address which belongs to this range, 172 range. IP address 172.16.4.1. 255, 255, 255, 252. No shut. IP OSPF 1 area 2. Okay. And we'll go ahead and end this. We'll come to router 2 up here. Config T, interface, loopback, IP address 2.2.2.2, 255, 255, 255, 255. Interface FA0/0, because it's facing router 1, we'll go ahead and give it the .2 IP address. So IP address 172.16.4.2. Should IP OSPF 1 area 2. Okay, we'll go to interface FA0/1, which is this interface. No shut. IP address 172.16.8.1. 252. Shut. IP OSPF 1 area 2. And we'll go ahead and end this. We'll come to router 3 now. IP config interface loopback 0, IP address 3.3.2.3. Oops. interface FA0/0, IP address 172.16.8.2, IP OSPF1, and we'll put this in area 2 as well. Alright, and then we'll come down to router 3 interface 01, phase0/1, IP address 172.16.12.1, 255, 255, 255, 252, no shut, IP OSPF1, and this is area 0. Okay, and then we're done with router 3. We'll end this, we'll come to router 4. And that would be conft interface feedback 0, IP address 4.4.4.4, 252. Whoops. Interface FA0/0, no shut, IP address 172.16.12.2, IP OSPF1, area 0, IP OSPF1, area 0. Okay, now we'll come to interface FA01. So we'll type in interface FA0/1, no shed, IP address 172.16.16.1, 252, IP OSPF1, area 0. Okay, so we're done with router 4. We'll come to router 5. Okay, same thing. Conft interface loopback 0, IP address 5.5.5.5, interface FA0/1, no shut, IP address is 172.16.16.2. And as you can see, all the adjacencies were coming up in the other ones. This is a good sign. IP OSPF1, area 0. And now we'll come to interface 00, interface FA00, no shut, IP. See, I mean, all the adjacencies are coming up. IP address 172.16.20.1, 255, 255, 255, 252, IP OSPF1, area 0, no shut. Okay, so we're done with router 5. We'll come to router 6. Conft interface loopback 0, IP address 6.6.6.6. As you can see, there's a pattern. Interface, and first thing we'll do is configure 00 and FA0/0 shut IP address 172.16.20.2. Alright, so we're done with area 0. We're going to go into interface FA0/1, and now we're going to set up area 3. IP address 172.16.24.1, 255, 255, 255, 252. No shut. IP OSPF 1 area 3. Alright, we're done with router 6. We'll go to router 7. Conft interface loopback 0. And that is IP address 7.7.7.7. Okay, so we're going to configure 01. Interface FA0/1, IP address 172.16.24.2. No shut. IP OSPF 1 area 3. Interface FA0/0. No shut. IP address 172.16.28.1. IP OSPF 1 area 3, and we're done with that. Router 7. Now we'll jump on to last router 8. Interface config T interface loopback 0. IP address is 8.8.8.8. Interface FA0/0. No shut. IP address 172.16.28.2. IP OSPF 1 area 3. And interface 0/0 interface 0/1, and here we'll do no shut IP address 10.10.20.1. That's area 4. Okay, so now we've set up all the routers, so we'll check router 8 real quickly and say show IP OSPF neighbor, and right now it's telling us that router 8 is connected to router 7, that's its neighbor, via 28.1. Okay? And it's connected via interface FA00 right here. We'll come to router 7, and here we'll say show IP OSPF neighbor, and 7 is connected to 8 and 6, and that's what we see here, 8 and 6. Okay, we'll come to 6, and 6, let's say we're connected to 7 and 5. So show IP OSPF neighbor, and we're connected to 5 and 7. So that's set up correctly. Now I'll just move this down a little bit. If we come to router 5, show IP OSPF neighbor, and it tells us that we're connected to 6 down here and 4. Okay. Show IP OSPF neighbor. It's telling us that 4 is connected to router 3 and 5. We're just doing a check to make sure everything is set up correctly. Show IP OSPF neighbor, and 3 is connected to 2 and 4, 2 and 4. And that's set up correctly. We'll come to 2, so show IP OSPF neighbor, and that's telling us it's connected to the 3 and the 10 dot network. Okay. Now the router ID it used is 10.10.10.1 instead of loopback 1111 on router 1. So we'll go ahead and fix that real quickly. We'll go to config T, we'll type in router OSPF1, router ID 1.1.1.1. Okay, and clear IP OSPF process, yes. There we go, it's going down, and this should come up. Show IP OSPF neighbor. There we go. Okay. This is going to stay there for a second, and then it'll disappear, and then we'll have only 2. And the reason we want this to disappear is because it picked up the highest IP address. The router ID is, the way it works is it picks up the highest IP address of the interface, and I didn't want that. I wanted to specify it. Usually if you type in the loopback address, it picks it up, but I forgot 10 is bigger than 1, so it picked up 10.10.10. Not a problem. And there we go. 10 just went down. So now if I say show IP OSPF neighbor, yep, we're set up correctly now. Okay. So all the rest of them are all set up correctly. So now, if I say on router 2, if I say show IP OSPF database, this is going to show us quite a bit of information. So let me go ahead and expand this out. Okay, so here we're looking at 3 different types of LSAs, the link state advertisement. So here we're looking at LSA 1. So basically all this is saying is that in area 2, which is this right here, area 2, there are 3 routers, right? Router 1, router 2, router 3. Link state LSA 1 says router 1, I am router 1, and this is my ID. I am router 2, this is my ID, and I am router 3, this is my ID. Simple, that's all it says. And the next process is, remember, LSA 2, type 2, which is who is the designated router. It's saying that I am the designated router. And I'll move this screen over here a little bit. And lastly, we have LSA type 3, which is the summary routes. And you get summary routes from ABRs, area border routers, right? And here 3.3.3, which is router 3 right here, is saying that I am the area border router, and I connect you to all the rest of these networks, which is right here. All of these networks right here, I am connecting you. So I should theoretically, from router 2, I should be able to ping 172.16.28.1. So let's go ahead and try that. Ping 172.16.28.2, and the ping is successful. Why? Because we knew it was going to be successful, because it told us right here that if it has the route defined. So now if we, on router 2, if we go ahead and type show IP OSPF, show IP route, and what do we see now? We have directly connected routes, which is 172.16.8.0 and 4.0, 8.0 and 4.0 as directly connected to router 3, and the rest of them are being advertised through ABRs, right? Area border routers, which are inter-area, meaning they leave the area. So that's what we have here. IA, and IA stands for OSPF inter-area. In my previous video, if you remember, if you're within the area, what do you see? You see just O, which is OSPF local routes. But if you're advertising routes from other areas, or multi-area OSPF, which this is, we get routes labeled as IA. We can do the same thing with 3. You can say type show IP route, and here we see that, I'll move this over, there we go. So this is an ABR, and it's telling us we have 172.16.16, 172.16.20, this and this network are part of it. 172.16.12 is directly connected. 172.12 is directly connected, see? 172.8 is directly connected, which is up here. Now look at this. 172.16.28 and 24. 28, which is down here. 28 and 24 are inter-area, meaning they're multi-area. They're coming from outside. Pretty cool. Alright, so, and now we can jump onto all the other routers, and it's going to be the exact same thing. I'll show you the router it's connected to, OSPF route in that area, and the multi-area routes. Pretty cool. So there you have it. This is how you set up a multi-area OSPF. Thanks for watching. In my next video, we're going to go ahead and show you how to set up virtual links between multi-area OSPF. So from next video, I'll show you how to set up a virtual link from 4 to area 0, and from 1 to area 0, so we can ping these two, because right now we're not going to be able to ping these two. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for that video.